Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Davey Deathray here. How y'all doing? It is Late Night with the Davey, episode 63. How about that? 63 episodes of Late Night with the Davey. And I know a lot of times on this show, guys, we've got guests on, all sorts of fun stuff. Spooky season is very busy. I've got some big things. Well, one really big thing planned for later on in the month. So a lot of these late nights during spooky season they're going to be just me and you guys. Just me and you guys. I hope that's all right. Hope you guys are having a great week so far. It is Wednesday, October 8th. It is 6:10 p.m. out here in Pacific time in the Arizona hot desert. And I'm really excited, guys, because tonight we're going to be doing a live Tiermaker ranking of the Halloween franchise, my all-time favorite slasher franchise. And guys, the cool thing about these live Tiermaker rankings is you all are going to be the ones voting and deciding where these 13 films go. I'm curious to see where you guys put everything here. And I know we have a lot of Halloween fans in the house, part of the community, all that kind of fun stuff. So guys, as we go through and you rank these, please feel free to, put in your thoughts on each film as we go along. I'll, do my best to either pause after every film or maybe every couple films and just have a little chat with you guys about where you all stand with these, with the entries here in the Halloween franchise. So I'm going to say what's up to everybody. I've got a couple housekeeping things to get to as well. So we'll hit on that stuff really quick. But I'm going to say what's up to you all, and then we will get cruising. All right, let's see what we got. All right, we've got Shot by Shot. One of our great channel members says, I'm not going to be able to make it to this one because I haven't seen all of them, and I don't want to offend anyone with my jokes about this franchise. I don't know if you'll offend anyone with your jokes about the franchise Shot by Shot. But yeah, I mean, if you haven't seen all of them, some of it, like myself, man, I've been watching this franchise since like 1990. So it's been like 35 years I've been a fan of this franchise. So, some of us have seen these movies so much that even the ones we don't really like, we know like the back of our hands. So yeah, feel free to join and chime in or whatever. We're just talking about art here, so not a big deal. There is the Tiermaker voting link. It is pinned in the chat if you guys want to jump on over and get lined up to start your voting here when we get to that point. We got Ashton Luck in the house. What's happening, Ashton? Chester Franklin Jr. How are you doing, Chester? We've got Tara Brewer in the house. How are you doing, Tara? I know you're very, very pumped being able to have met Christina Ricci just this last weekend. That looked awesome. Love the pictures. Thank you for sharing those, Tara. We got Lamontre Gillard in the house. How are you doing, Lamontre? Adrian James is here as well. How are you doing, Adrian? Always a pleasure to have you joining us. We got Jay Beach hanging out as well. How are you doing, Jay? So great to see you. We got Antonis Andriotis. How are you doing, Antonis? It's okay. You can call me Dave. Davey. It's funny. People ask me, Dave, David, or Davey. Which one do you prefer? They all work. My family calls me Dave or David for the most part. And then, I mean, you guys are the ones that call me Davey. The people that I've met in the last 15 years or so are the ones most likely to call me Davey. So there you go. That's what happens when you give yourself a stage name. Let's see. Who else do we have here? We have Paula Fitzhenry, one of our great channel members. How you doing, Paula? Always great to have you joining us. We have another great channel member, Amanda Mendoza. How are you doing, Amanda? So good to see you. Let's see who else we've got cruising on in. We got Blu-ray Addict. How are you doing, Blu-ray? Holy cow, guys. Wow, we have 29 people in here already. I'm just saying the introductions. Guys, if you're joining us for the Tiermaker live audience ranking of Halloween, we're going to get started in just a few. I just like to say what's up to everybody. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already. Make sure you're subscribed as well, because we're going to be covering a whole bunch of fun stuff here on the channel. I mean, all the time we're covering fun stuff, but spooky season is going to be a little more jam-packed. So make sure you're subscribed, notification bell hit, all that fun stuff. If you really like what we do here, man, liking the stream is huge. It brings, more eyes to, to the stream, obviously. But if there's somebody that's jumping on YouTube right now, maybe they haven't found the channel yet, but they're a huge Halloween fan. If you're clicking that like, then it's more likely that we're going to make some new friends tonight. So make sure you do that and share the channel with someone who you think would dig this kind of content, or feel free to share it on your socials, whatever you got. We're trying to grow this community right now. We've got, let's see here, 1,784 subscribers. We're trying to reach 2,000 before Halloween. Now, if that happens, I'm going to do a live stream on Halloween. I am going to dress up as the Alpha from 28 Years Later. So that is the price that I will pay to see that we get 2,000 subs before. But ultimately, it's, up to you guys and up to new people finding us. I'm doing everything I can. Hopefully we can get there. Let's see here. Who else do we have? We've got Eli Cortez, one of our great channel members and Death Squad mods. How are you doing, Eli? Well, there we go. How are you doing, Eli? For whatever reason, it didn't want to believe me when I clicked your chat to begin with. So great to see you, bud. Always great to have Eli hanging out. He is a pillar of the horror YouTube community. Tara says, we need Drum Dums on here. My second favorite YouTuber. Second favorite to me, Tara. Second favorite to me, I hope. No. Guys, Drum Dums, that actually, so I'll just bring this up right now then, because it's been a little bit since we've had Hit the Bricks, just because our schedules didn't match up, myself and Lee and Nick from the Lost River Drive-In. But guys, tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern, Hit the Bricks returns. So it's going to be over on Drum Dum's channel. It's also going to be simulcast over here on the Davey Deathray channel as well. So there you go. Just wanted to make sure that you guys know that. So we got that out of the way. So yeah, there you go, Tara. We will, or if you come back tomorrow, you'll see Lee from Drum Dums sharing the screen with little old me. Eli brings up a good point here. Our guy Davey is an official affiliate with the new In Search of Darkness 90s edition. Yeah, guys, 95 to 99. They're doing a push over there on the website. Eli's got that link in the chat there. I'm going to showcase that a little bit here in a sec, Eli. I really do appreciate you sharing the link, though. Guys, the folks over at Creator VC, they do really, really great documentary work on horror films. I mean, these epic documentaries. I was fortunate enough to be an affiliate for their Slasher Trash documentary. We did that pre-order about a month ago or so. And now we're doing another push for In Search of Darkness 95 to 99. So I'll show all that off here in just a minute. But it's a great way to help the folks over at Creator VC and support those fine filmmakers over there. And if you use my affiliate link, it helps the channel because I get a little kickback, as it were. So, this is what I believe in here at the Davey Deathray channel. If I'm going to shill something and there is a monetary gain for me to shill it, I'll at least let you know. And this is definitely that case. So, so there you go. Let's see who else we've got hanging out with us. We have Dean Renner, one of our Patreon members, YouTube channel members, and Death Squad mods. Dean is a triple threat, and he's ready to rank the fuck out of this franchise. Hell yeah. Love to see it, Dean. Hope you're doing well, bud. We got King Matthew the Third jumping on in. What's happening, King Matthew the Third? Hope you are doing well. So great to see ya. Oh my goodness, the lovely Miss Brooke Scarlett is in the chat, one of our great channel members and Death Squad mods. Hope you're doing well, Brooke. I love your icon there. That was like all the rage last week was, people doing the AI images with Michael or Ghostface behind them. That's a good one, Brooke. It looks very early 80s, late 70s, early 80s. I like that vibe you've got there for sure. Holy cow, we have Fachi's Cinema in the house. How are you doing, Matt? So great to see you, bud. One of our amazing Death Squad mods. And Matt is, maybe the first the first bud that I made here when I started doing YouTube. Matt's been a friend of the channel for a really long time. I was supposed to be on the Christine stream over on Fachi Cinema yesterday, but I was able to go check out Tron Ares last night. So Matt was gracious enough to let me do that. It all came together at the last minute, but I will be over on Facci Cinema next Tuesday, which is the 14th. So keep an eye out for Matt to post that. If what we discussed is really what's going to be going on, then we are going to watch the producer's cut of The Curse of Michael Myers, which is ascending on my ranking, my own personal ranking. There's so much to enjoy, especially in that producer's cut. And I can't wait to watch it, talk about all the differences with Facci. I watched the theatrical cut 3 days ago and the producer's cut like 2 days ago. So they're very, very fresh and the contrast is stark. So I'm looking forward to hanging out with Matt and getting that going. Let's see who else we've got here. We have got... Maybe I've said hello to everybody. Maybe I have. Holy cow. No, I haven't. We've got Sam from Our Life in Horror. Hope you are doing well, Sam. So great to see you. Thank you for jumping on in. Really do appreciate it. Shot by Shot is booing that we're covering Halloween. Hey, you know, it's you're a young buck, Shoddy, so maybe you'll feel a little bit different about Halloween as you get older there. Maybe not. Maybe not. It'll be interesting to see. We got Ben Grimm in the house, one of our great channel members. How you doing, Ben? So good to see us as Man in Black shows up. Oh, yeah. Kill for him, Danny. All that good stuff. Oh, holy cow. We got Mika and Kira from Double Feature Podcast. How are you doing? I'm guessing maybe it is just Mika. Do both of you use the profile? I'm very curious to know, but I'm everyone always says hi Mika in the chat, so I'm guessing it's Mika. Hope you're doing well. Hope the week is treating you awesomely thus far. Holy cow, we got Dave Vanderhoff hanging out. Dave put together this amazing tombstone that you see right there, just beyond my shoulder. Dave does great work. He has an awesome Instagram. I highly recommend you give him a follow over there. Really, really fun stuff over on the Insta. Holy cow, we've got Destiny Faulkner, one of our great Death Squad mods. How are you doing, Des? How was... I try to remember what it's called. Is it Hollywood Horror Nights? I feel like I'm going to mess up one of those H's. But it looks like you guys had a great time out there. Yeah, I'm curious to know what your favorite haunted house out of all the bunch were, Des. So let us know. I called Davey Stud Muffin. You know, Matt, the folks over on Discord started calling me Daddy Deathray. Sometimes they call me Big Daddy D or Big Daddy Deathray. I don't know. I love it, though. I'll take it. I'll take all they got. We got Billy Judd in the house. How are you doing? Billy, so good to see ya. Pizzal's hanging out, says, hi, David. I'm very formal. Yes. And you know, Piz, so David is when I was growing up, that was my preferred. Now, if family members or like good friends called me Dave, that was like, yeah, the informal, like the two form. And then calling me David was like the Usted. Like, if you don't know me, please call me David. And then I played in a band called Danger Deathray, and we all picked stage names. And so I became Davey Deathray, and there we go. But really, they all do work. So formal's good. Hope you're having an awesome night, Piz. Great to see you in the chat. Of course. And who else do we have in here? Illuminated Pro with a Davey. That's how I'm reading it anyway. I don't know. I could be wrong. Holy cow, Blazin' Asian, one of our great channel members. How you doing? Blazin' says, digging the fresh fade, homie. What's up, everybody? Yeah, I got a haircut late last week, something like that. It feels good. It feels good to have a fresh cut. I have the thick, curly hair. So when it's short, it doesn't look curly, obviously, but it is so thick. It's like animal fur. It's wild. So I gotta keep it, I gotta keep it short. All that good stuff. We got Gory Tiger in the house. How are you doing, Gory? So great to see ya. Of course. There we go. A horse, of course. I feel like I keep on, re-saying the same things when I'm saying hello to you guys, but I try to keep it as interesting as possible here. Currently watching A Nightmare on Elm Street on the last drive-in. There you go. Guys, we're actually going to watch A Nightmare on Elm Street this Friday. There's going to be Frank from Frank's Media and Reviews. Sledgehammer Horror is going to be here. Brett from Good Real Hunting. We're going to simulcast on all the channels, and we're doing it as a birthday celebration for our community member, Raymond Malaber, who passed away at the beginning of the year. And, you know, A Nightmare on Elm Street was the movie that really like kind of sucked him into horror. So we're going to celebrate Raymond's birthday on the 10th. It is his actual birthday, and we're going to watch that original A Nightmare on Elm Street from 1984. A total classic. Yeah, a total classic. We'll see, Shoddy. We'll see if we get there. I can only promise it if we get those 2,000 subs. Jason Carpenter jumps on in. How are you doing, Jason? Says Halloween Ends I love. However, weird seeing it on the Sci-Fi Channel. Are they playing Halloween Ends on the Sci-Fi Channel already? I mean, it's been 3 years, but I guess I am sort of surprised. I'm curious to know, with all the, you know, haters that Halloween Ends has out there, are any of them going to give it another shot? It's been 3 years. I feel like a lot of people, I don't even just feel, I know from speaking with a lot of people that, you know, don't enjoy the movie, 95% of them have only seen the movie once. And it's really tough to keep that hate alive after 3 years if you've only seen the movie that one time in the theater or whatever. So I'm curious to, you know, to see what the haters would think of Halloween Ends if they revisited the film. Would it change their opinion at all? Would they warm up to it at all? Or would it just reinvigorate and just like shake around those coals of hatred that they have for, you know, seeing Michael get beat up in a sewer? I don't know, maybe, but I love Halloween Ends, Jason. So you're in good company, at least with me. At least with me, you're in good company. There we go. Well, Eli, you know, I would love to have Piz on late night, but Piz will be appearing on the channel very, very soon if everything goes according to plan. So unless some unforeseen life event comes up, we're going to have Piz join us for the marathon fundraiser. Hopefully it's cool that I announced that, Piz. I really haven't announced too much on that because there's like one more time slot that I'm trying to, you know, wrap up, and then I'm going to make that stream public. I'll post the schedule just so everyone kind of knows when they can expect certain content creators to join on in. But yeah, I mean, certainly would love to have Piz, you know, guest on Late Night with the Davey. You know, of course, after spooky season, it's the busiest time for all of us horror weirdos right now, for sure. But it's a great idea. It's a great idea, Eli, for sure. We got MMA Rusi in the chat. Says, new to the channel. Hope you're having a good night, bro. Great night so far. So pumped that you've joined us. I'm assuming that not only are you a fan of horror, but you must be a big Halloween fan as well. So hell yeah. Thank you so much for jumping on in. And I just want to make sure I'm not missing anybody else that may have jumped in. Dez, if you're telling me which haunted house was your favorite, I might have missed it. So I just want to make sure I'm saying what's up to everybody here, and then we will get going. It's Mika, and it's Mika 90% of the time. All right, then I'll just assume accordingly. And if it's Kira, she can tell me that I've got it all wrong. What's happening? We got Corey from Wilkie's Movies and Music. How are you doing, Corey? So good to see you, man. Hope you're having a great week. And thank you so much, Eli, for sharing the link to not only Wilkie's Movies and Music, but to the other content creators that are jumping on in here. Yeah, a lot of wrenches in here tonight. Michael Myers brings out the mods. That is for sure. All right. We got James Leclerc jumping on in. Says, I really love the OG Halloween 2. I don't know how it clicks. You don't know how it clicks, but you love it? I mean, well, let us know, James, when we get to that one in the ranking. Give us some more thoughts there on Halloween 2. Halloween Horror Nights. I knew I was going to fuck up one of the H's. God damn it. What's happening? Jamie, our OG Death Squad mod, our mama mod, says, hey guys, can't stay, but wanted to say hi. Well, thank you so much for jumping on in, Jamie. I hope all is well with you and yours, and I hope you have a great rest of your night. It was amazing and Terrifier was Dez's favorite. So there you go. If you're in a spot that has the Halloween horror nights, make sure you sign up for Terrifier. Did you do the dry or wet Terrifier? And no, guys, I'm not trying to be naughty. It's just that they actually have a dry versus wet Terrifier attraction, or at least that's what I've heard. So correct me if I'm wrong on that one, Des. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, I think I've got everybody. Looks like I've said hello to everyone. Hopefully I haven't missed anyone. Let me know if I've missed you. We got Critic After Dark says, excited to see your ranking. Well, so I guess I could pull up my ranking and tell you guys what it is as we go along. But this is actually going to be you guys ranking the franchise live on Tiermaker. So there is a link pinned in the chat, and that's how you can make your way over there, because you guys are going to be doing the voting on this one. I'll let you know what I think about these films, and if I can remember where I put them as we go, I'll let you know where I put them in my ranking. All right. Okay, cool. Looks like we are all caught up with the chat. That is great. Guys, I just want to hit a couple of quick things. The Discord server, it's so much fucking fun. We have a blast chatting in there. It's been getting more and more active with people sharing movie news, doing self-promotion. We have a channel just for that. So if you're a content creator, or maybe you're just like somebody that likes to draw at home, or you just do something and you want to share it, we have a spot for self-promotion. We have a spot where people are sharing music. We do a bunch of public watch parties where we get to show the movie, you know, the audio and the visual on the screen, so you don't have to line up your own copy or anything like that. We do mixtape parties, which are very similar, but we listen to music, and you don't, you know, there's no rights issues with sharing the music or anything like that. The Discord is a total blast. The link is in the description below if you would like to join up with us. It's totally free, and we're having a lot of fun over there. So if Discord is something you're interested in, or you just want to connect more with the community in between the streams and everything, that's a great place to do it. And of course, anything that goes on with the channel, you guys are like the first ones to hear about it out there. Another thing too, 15% off promo code for the Patreon members and the channel members here. Now you're going to want to go over to the YouTube, the community tab on the YouTube channel. That's where you'll find that for you members. Obviously, I don't want to share it here because then everyone can use it, but you guys have your own code for 15% off our fourth wall shop. We have so much awesome spooky season gear. And guys, it takes about a week to get your order. So if you want something here in time for Halloween, I would say you're going to want to order it sooner rather than later. They're really, really good at getting stuff out there. The quality has been awesome. I've got my Death Squad pint glass here, which I really enjoy. The design just takes up almost the whole glass there. It's super high quality, very, very nice, and reasonably priced. So you can check out that link in the description below. And of course, as you know, Hit the Bricks live tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Lee from Drum Dums and Nick from the Lost River Drive-In and myself. That's going to be simulcast over here as well as on Lee's channel. And there hasn't been much horror news lately, at least nothing too big. Maybe we'll get lucky and something will drop before we go live tomorrow. But guys, for this stream, we kind of want to know what you want us to talk about. We're looking for you guys to sort of push us in a direction. And I think, we may talk a little bit about Curse of Michael Myers since it's celebrating 30 years, talk about some of those differences between the theatrical and producer's cut, which one we prefer, or which parts from each cut we prefer, that kind of good stuff. And then we may even discuss that whole Halloween Ends thing. Like 3 years later, is anyone going to give this thing a fair shake ever again? We'll see. And then coming up on the channel, guys, Hit the Bricks, A Nightmare on Elm Street watch party on Friday night. So that's going to be awesome. That'll be 10 p.m. Eastern on Friday night, so a little bit later. And then let me just go on over here because we have a whole bunch of fun stuff lined up on the channel, guys. We have got, there we go, Nightmare on Elm Street watch party there. Next Wednesday on Late Night with the Davey, episode 64, we're going to do this very same thing, live Tiermaker ranking, but we're going to rank the Scream franchise. And then the week after that on Late Night with the Davey, we are going to rank Halloween candy. It's going to be 70 different candies we're going to rank. So it's going to be a little bit of a, you're not going to have 90 seconds for every candy on the list, but it'll be a fun one. Just for shits and giggles, we'll find out what kind of Halloween candy you guys like. And then on a Thursday, October 23rd, we've got our guy Lito Velasco, who is a producer, actor, cosplayer extraordinaire, and musical composer. He's a massive Halloween fan, of course, but he's a huge Freddy Krueger fan. I'm relatively lukewarm on A Nightmare on Elm Street. I mean, I like it. I just never really like fell in love. So we're going to bring Lito on Thursday, October 23rd, 7 p.m. Eastern. And he's going to, you know, he's not that he's going to tell me why I'm wrong, but we're going to see if a little bit of his enthusiasm for the franchise can rub off on me. And we're going to kind of talk about those generational differences. You know, he was born in the 70s. I was born in the early 80s, and just talk about, you know, the way the different generations kind of experienced Freddy, and, you know, why somebody perhaps from his generation, you know, may love it even more than the time and place that I grew up in. So very much looking forward to that. That's not the only thing we've got going on. We do have the marathon fundraiser on Friday, October 24th. That's going to run starting at like 1 p.m. Eastern, and it's going to go till about 10 p.m. Eastern. So maybe it might even start a little bit earlier. It's going to be close to 10 hours. We're going to raise a bunch of money, or as much as we can, for the St. Mary's Food Bank, which is a local food bank in the Phoenix area. They've operated since 1967. Everything that I can find out there on the interwebs lets me know that this is the very first, St. Mary's Food Bank is the very first food bank ever, which is wild to me. I would imagine that something similar must have existed beforehand, but maybe this is the first like official, like, we're going to get this thing going and feed people in need in our city. And yes, even though it's called St. Mary's, it is not directly affiliated with the church, but a church donated a building and a bunch of money when they got started back in the late 60s. So they kept that name to honor those folks. And yeah, we're going to have a whole bunch of guests on. We're going to talk about everyone's favorite horror movie from each decade of their life, and maybe a couple that didn't quite make the cut but almost did. So very, very exciting. A whole bunch of wild stuff coming up here on the channel. And that pretty much takes care of most of my blah, blah, blahs, except for this one right here, guys. So this is the big one. In Search of Darkness, 1995 to 1999. For the next 23 and a half days, they're going to be, you know, selling this at in a spot where affiliates can promote it and get a little kickback, a little bit of a kickback. But yeah, so the definitive 90s horror documentary, this is basically part 2, covering the back half of the 90s. And guys, there's a whole bunch of really fun stuff here. I'm going to go ahead and drop the link again in the chat. And I'm sure that Eli maybe already dropped it a second time, but there we go. I'm dropping it in there. So guys, you can get, if you missed out on the first half, if you missed out on 90 to 94, you can purchase that. It's about $140 plus shipping for that. But over here on the right side of the screen, you know, you'll be able to see that there's a whole bunch of different editions that you can get. So you can get physical copies, you can get a digital copy. No matter which kind of copy you get, if you purchase one of these in this pre-sale, you will get your name in the credits. So it's a nice little recognition for helping to make this happen. And guys, these are, you know, filmmakers doing this because they have so much passion for the very same thing that we love, which is horror. You know, they love these films, and they are bringing together, I mean, shit, Lou Diamond Phillips there. We got Rebecca Gayheart, Jamie Kennedy, Paul W.S. Anderson is in the documentary, Dee Snider, anyone? So whole bunch of fun options here for you to shoot. Look at that. Associate producer for $1,250. There you go. So if you've got that cash burning a hole in your pocket and you want to be an associate producer on this thing, you can get that going. But please, no matter what you do, if you check it out, just use that affiliate link that I've posted. That way, if you're feeling like you want to grab a copy, you get to not only support the folks over at Creator VC, but you also get to support the Davey Deathray channel as well. So I thank you in advance, and I'm going to be bugging you guys about this all the time, so I will keep it brief, and we are done with that. Okay, there we go. I'm going to say what's up to some people that have, you know, moseyed on in here, because I see some more familiar faces that have joined us, so I want to say what's up to everyone. Look at that. We got Leanna Bevy Rage in the house, one of our great channel members and Death Squad mods. Hope you are doing well, Leanna. So happy that you could join us here. And we've got, I saw somebody else in there. Who was it? Robert the Wolfman. Ow, ow. How you doing, Robert? So good to see you, bud. Hope you're having a great week thus far. And there was somebody else I saw in here. Do you guys like this move that when I'm like looking through the chat? This is my little dance move. We got Jeremy Caesar in the chat. How are you doing, Jeremy? So good to see you, bud. Thank you for joining us. Now, has everybody made their move over to the live Tiermaker voting site that is pinned in the chat? So if you're going to be hanging out, even if you can't stay for the whole thing, jump on over there. Let me know when you're ready. And when you're ready for me to get this whole show on the road, guys, we are going to rank the Halloween franchise, all 13 films, and really you guys are going to rank them, and I'm just going to sit here and MC and talk about it. How about that? We got Brett from Good Real Hunting, one of our great channel members, and Death Squad mods. How are you doing, Brett? So good to see you. Driving, but listening while driving. Well, it's good to know that you're being safe. Hopefully you have talk to text, or you have your phone in a nice little mount where you can chat with us, and it's doesn't distract you too much. Don't want to be distracting you, Brett. I don't want to distract Brett any more than the bad Chiefs season is already distracting him. That's what I don't want to do. I'm just fucking with you, Brett. It's going to be fun when, we play you guys on Monday night in a couple weeks or Sunday night in a couple weeks and you beat the hell out of us. That'll be fun. We got Jeff Overing in the house, one of our great channel members. How you doing, Jeff? So good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us here. Really quick, guys, no spoilers. I saw Tron Ares last night. If you enjoy the other two Tron movies, you are going to have a good time with this. Is the movie groundbreaking as far as storytelling? No, it's pretty basic. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not overly convoluted, and they don't spend the whole movie using exposition dialogue like in the Mission Impossible movies where they tell you everything that's going to happen and then you see everything that's going to happen. The visuals are great, of course. I mean, it's got a good look. You can tell that some of the stuff was shot for like 3D, so I'm going to go back and check it out in the 3D IMAX. The soundtrack and the sound design, I mean, they're incredible. And it's not just the Nine Inch Nails thing. There's a needle drop in there that's really good that, kind of is a little bit of gets a little bit more play than I thought it would. There's a cute little thing. I don't want to say anything to spoil it, but there's a great needle drop. And yes, the Nine Inch Nails soundtrack, so good. Definitely a character in the film, but something that doesn't overshadow everything else that's going on. And yeah, I enjoyed Jared Leto. He had the look he has. I kept on thinking to myself in my head, Tron Jesus, because he just kind of looks like Jesus in this movie. So Tron Ares, if you're a fan of the previous two films, I think you're going to dig this one. It's not horror, so we won't harp on it too much. And I don't want to say too much, but it was a pleasure to see it in IMAX a couple of days early. It was really cool, other than the two guys behind me that wanted to whisper about the movie the whole time. But, what can you do? But there we go. I'm going to have a sip of water, collect my thoughts, collect my emotions. It's funny. It's episode 63 of Late Night with the Davey, and I am all the way through 63 days of no alcohol. Today I'm like smack dab in the middle of the 64th day. So it's interesting how that all timed out. But for those of you that didn't happen to see my short or any of my stuff on socials, just thank you so much, guys, for the support and the encouragement and just being that extra layer of accountability. It's been awesome to be able to jump on here and just keep you guys up to date with everything, and then also see how sweet you guys have been, poking and prodding me along as I go through the no alcohol journey. But let's go ahead and get this cooking here. I will not leave the Chiefs alone. Here's the thing, Brett. The magic carpet ride might be over. Now, that doesn't mean that you're not going to, ever make it to the Super Bowl again, but maybe it just won't be as magical as you guys have enjoyed for the last 5 or 6 years or whatever the heck it's been, Jeremy, I enjoyed Good Boy. I did. I'm a big slow burn fan, though. I don't need very much. Like, I like the tension building and everything. So yeah. Holy cow, we got Cody Snyder in the chat. How are you doing, Cody? One of our great channel members and Death Squad mods. You know what's better than 63? 69, dudes. We got Drew's Movie Club in the house, sober for 3 years. Hell yeah, Drew. Congratulations, man. That is awesome. Really do appreciate the encouragement. Yeah, that's another thing too, is people reaching out that are, you know, years into their journey, being really supportive. And then also, you know, I've seen a few people here and there that are like, hey, you make me think about that maybe I need to stop or take a break, or, you know, whatever. It's just very sweet to see, you know, even to beyond the support and everything, seeing people that are, you know, maybe at that point in their life where they're ready to make a change. You know, it's really, really cool. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and get this rolling. Is everybody over at the Tiermaker website? Is everyone over there? I need to know. Tell me, baby girl, because I need to know. Okay, so I'll give you guys a little bit to get over there. The link is pinned in the chat. Oh, and there's also a live poll in the chat. So let me take a look at that really quick. Holy cow, we're 37 minutes in and I'm like just now getting into it. But that's okay. The Tiermaker is going to go by quick, guys. There's a poll in the chat that asks, which Halloween timeline is your favorite? And good God, y'all, we have 52 votes. Let's just go ahead and I'm just going to end that poll right now because 52 votes is quite a bit, and we'll get another poll going here in a bit. So the OG Carpenter timeline wins with 54% of 52 votes. The Thorn timeline is second place with 25%. So considerable drop off there. Wow. Blumhouse, which had 0% for a long time, ends up in third place with 13%. And then the H2O timeline, last place with 8%. I am surprised to see that one because I know that the H2O, or at least H2O, gets a lot of love from a lot of people out there. Maybe it's Resurrection that really brings it down for people. Probably. I mean, maybe it's Resurrection. No, it is absolutely Resurrection that drags down that timeline. Resurrection is rough for those of you who have not seen it. Shoddy, if you're still in the chat, just wait till you get to Resurrection, man. You're going to go back to the other movies and be like, oh, I was spoiled. I was spoiled with these movies. What's happening, Mike Baum? How are you doing? Great to see you. Wander This World 97. What's happening? Welcome on in. Ready to tier. We got Maxwell King kicking it with us. Maxwell, it's got to be very, very early in the morning out there, huh? Across the pond. Ooh, I'm very, yeah. And as we go through the movies, guys, let me know your thoughts as we go through them. Victor E. Merced says, are you decorating your house or room with a Halloween theme? I don't know. I might, you know, ever since the divorce and everything, I did take all the Halloween decorations. So I won out on the divorce. But they're packed away. And it's just one of those things we're going through all that stuff and sifting through it. It's, you know, emotional, weird, and time consuming. So I don't know if I'm really going to dress things up. In the house, I'm staying with my brother right now. He's got Halloween decorations. We'll definitely decorate. I will dress up as Michael and do the trick-or-treating thing and everything for the little kiddos and all that. But yeah, I don't know about the bedroom. Maybe I'll just throw some more Halloween shit. Resurrection. No, it doesn't give you. It's it makes y'all, you know, extra rubbery, right? Okay, guys, so let's go ahead and jump on over here. So the categories we've got are the blackest eyes, the devil's eyes. You can't kill the boogeyman. See anything you like? Hell would not have him. And stop it, stop it, stop it! Those are our categories. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not the best at making these categories. But I like it. The blackest eyes, the devil's eyes, that's our number one. You can't kill the boogeyman. It's like, oh, he's almost there. He's not, you can't kill him. He's not to the top, but almost there. See anything you like is like, does this belong in like a good like mid-tier ranking? Hell would not have him is, I mean, that says everything you need to know. And stop it, stop it, stop it is like, don't ever make me watch this fucking movie ever again. Even though I love Halloween, please don't make me ever watch this movie again. So, okay, if you guys are ready, I am ready as well. How about it? So is everyone over there and everyone ready to go? No such thing as a bad Halloween movie. I mean, I watch them all every year. Probably twice. Probably twice. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and get this show on the road. We're going to get things started off here. It looks like we're kicking it off with the OG. So you're going to have 90 seconds to vote on each one of these, and I'm going to go ahead and start that 90 seconds right meow. There we go. The event has started. You have 90 seconds to vote for the original Halloween, and I'm going to get another poll going in the chat as you guys vote. I mean, what can you say about the original Halloween from 1978 that has not already been said? It's I mean, it's an absolute classic. It is Hitchcockian. It is creepy. It's got great music. I mean, the Dean Cundy, you know, lighting and camera placement and everything like that. I mean, it's just unbelievable stuff. It is the template that a lot of slasher movies followed, even the ones that ended up just following Friday the 13th because it was a bit more fun. They didn't even know it, but they were basically still, you know, deriving from the original Halloween. So how about that? But I'm curious to know what you guys think. I mean, for me, this is the number one in my ranking for sure. So, okay, I've got another poll in the chat for you. We have 20 seconds left on the voting here for the original Halloween from 1978. And our brand new poll in the chat asks, what makes a Halloween movie great? Is it Michael's mask? Is it the brutal kills? Is it the creepy atmosphere? Or is it John Carpenter's amazing score? Let me know, guys. Let me know. And the voting for the original Halloween has officially closed out. Oh my God. And next up, we've got Halloween Ends. This is funny. Okay, so wow. Halloween from 1978 got, let's see here, 15 votes in The Blackest Eyes, The Devil's Eyes, 2 votes in See Anything You Like. So that's going to be a tough one to replace in the number one spot there. The original Halloween, rightly so, is kicking it in The Blackest Eyes, The Devil's Eyes. And yeah, let's go Big Daddy. Yeah, Big Daddy D. You guys are too sweet for making me feel special. Thank you so much, Brooke. Guys, Brooke hangs out on the Discord, and so does Leanna. And Ashton is hanging out on the Discord. Amanda hangs out over there as well. A whole bunch of, you know, Erica's kicking it over there all the time. It's a fun bunch, guys. It's a fun bunch. We get a little wild over there. It's we definitely let our hair down. And I just wanted to remind you all, if you're hanging out, make sure you hit that like button. It really does help the stream get seen by so many more people. Puts more eyes on the channel, all that great stuff. We are trying to hit that 2,000 subscriber mark before Halloween, and really you guys have been amazing about keeping that momentum going. So let's keep on pushing and see if we can reach that goal. Let's see here. I actually like seeing the OG 78 and Ends back to back first week in November after Halloween. It works. Yeah, I think that's a good, you know what I've been curious to do, Jason, is watch, you know, just watch it in order, like 78, Halloween 18, Kills, and then Ends, because that's how, you know, Danny McBride and David Gordon Green like saw that whole story, you know, developing. So it'd be interesting to watch them in that order. But yeah, I think that's the interesting thing about this franchise, the choose your own adventure-ness of it, you know. Yeah, what's happening, Gaz? Hey, man, been a while. Happy Halloween season. Right back at you. Welcome back in, buddy. Always a pleasure to have you hanging out with us. Okay, speaking of Halloween Ends, let's go ahead and continue the voting here. Next up on the list is Halloween Ends from 2022. So 80 seconds left. Let's see where you guys put this one. I'm frightened to see where you guys put it. In my ranking, this is my number 2. Right after the very first movie, this is my favorite sequel in the franchise right here. Yeah, I'm a weirdo. It does get way too much hate. Yes, it does. Yeah, no such thing as a bad Halloween movie. I love it. Yeah, I know, Leanna. You would say that, Mrs. I've only seen it once. So, yeah, this one is a number 2. You are terrible, terrible, Leanna. Taking the wrench away. You too, Dean. Wow. It's that final fight scene in the kitchen, back to basics kitchen fight in the dark house. Yeah, I mean, I love so much about this movie. It's too much to get into in 16 seconds. But I really dig this one. We'll pause though after the voting because I'm curious to see where this one ends up. It looks like as of now it's going to be in You Can't Kill the Boogeyman. So let's see as we close out. 3, 2, 1. There it is. Okay, so Kills is going to be up next, and Halloween Ends up in You Can't Kill the Boogeyman. Let's see how the voting broke down on that one. 7 votes for You Can't Kill the Boogeyman, 4 for See Anything You Like, 3 for Stop It, Stop It, Stop It, and 1 for The Blackest Eyes, The Devil's Eyes. Also 1 for Hell Would Not Have Him. So, yeah, I totally understand people's gripes with this movie. I think it's like the best looking, as far as production value goes, the best one in the David Gordon Green trilogy. I love not only just the score, which is really eerie and awesome, but the soundtrack, like the needle drops, are really good in Halloween Ends. I think Andy Matichak puts in easily her best performance in the whole trilogy. I do wish that they handled the Laurie character differently in all 3 movies, so that's it's one thing that doesn't quite jive with me completely. But I love Rowan Campbell as Corey Cunningham, and I can totally see what they're doing. And somebody said in the chat it works really well as a standalone movie, and I think that if that's how you have to wrap your head around it to enjoy it a little bit more, then that works. But for me, this movie just plain works. I saw it in IMAX opening night, and obviously didn't read any reviews or anything like that before going to see it, but walked out of the theater jazzed and very, very happy with how they closed that out. So there you go. Let's see what you guys are saying here. There it is. Blu-ray says I like Ends as a standalone. I'm the only one that voted for Blackest Eyes. The Procession is a hard no. Guys, Leanna is she is obsessed with the last 3 minutes of the movie. That just ruins it for her. I'm sorry, Leanna. Just watch up until then and then stop. How about that? Let's see here. I got it smacked in the middle. Yeah. I admire Ends for having the balls to try something different. I usually reward movies for that. It's funny, guys. I looked up the channel on Google and I looked up what the AI had to say about Davey Deathray. And one of the things it's Davey Deathray is known for talking about mental health and horror movies and music on YouTube. And one of the common things about Davey Deathray is he really likes when filmmakers take, and it puts it in quotes, big swings. I'm oh, that's so sweet. I'm glad the AI robot, can find that out about the channel. But yeah, Max, I'm right there with you. Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 is another one that I rank, it's kind of in the middle for me, but probably a lot higher than other folks would. What if Michael and Laurie fought Freddy versus Jason style, out on a dock with supernatural powers? That would be wild. Leanna, maybe I can get you guys both on the channel to watch it with me. That'd be pretty fun. Just see how, uncomfortable we can make you two, Yep. I've tried to give it chances. I can't do it. Well, fair enough, Dean. Fair enough. I wish we had 10 to 15 more minutes of Michael and 2 or 3 more kills. I think that's fair. Yeah, I think that most people have some pretty legitimate gripes when they talk about, what they don't like with Ends, for sure. Super Tenor is in the house. What's happening, Super Tenor? One of our great channel members. A pleasure to see you. Welcome on in. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and cruise on over to Halloween Kills from 2021. Where do you put Halloween Kills, huh? Is evil dying tonight, or is it The Blackest Eyes, The Devil's Eyes? Oh, we got some movement. We've got some movement. This one, I've got all the David Gordon Green movies in my top 5, guys. So I don't wear, when it comes to like part 4 and all that, my nostalgia glasses are like thrown across the room. I think all 3 of these movies are a lot better than like, you know, Halloween 4. And I think the other one in the top 5 would be the original Halloween 2, you know, with along with the original and the DGG movies. But let's see here. Where you guys got it so far? So 40 seconds left. It's right next to Halloween Ends. We've got a very Halloween-friendly crowd in here, I can tell. Leanna loves kills. So much fun. Amen. I agree. Yeah, I mean, the brutality of Michael Myers in Halloween Kills. And it's a brutality that's not that Rob Zombie, grim, gritty kind of level. It does still feel like an extension of the original Michael Myers from the very first film, which is the goal here. So, yeah, I think Kills does a great job. I enjoy that movie quite a bit. All right, so there we go. Coming up next is Halloween 2018, but Halloween Kills right there next to Halloween Ends in You Can't Kill the Boogeyman. 15 votes. 5 of the votes went for You Can't Kill the Boogeyman. 4 for Hell Would Not Have Him. 3 for The Blackest Eyes, The Devil's Eyes. All right. 2 for See Anything You Like. And 1 person out there is like, stop it! Atkins style. So there we go. All right, and I'm going to check in on the poll over on the YouTube side of things. So we have 30 votes for what makes a Halloween movie great. Let's go ahead and close out that poll. Guys, this is the time of the stream where I'm going to remind you to hit that like button if you haven't already. And oh, I've got a super chat goal started. So super chats, definitely not required. Super fun, just a little extra thing we can do. Guys, if we get 5 super chats of $5 or more, I'll host a public watch party on the Discord. And basically, I'm just going to find out what you guys want me to watch. You guys get to pick the movie. How about that? Just another little perk of having that Discord. Okay, guys, so with 31 votes, what makes a Halloween movie great? Creepy Atmosphere wins with 48%. Carpenter's Score, second place with 29%. Michael's Mask at 13%. And Brutal Kills for 10%. So I'm guessing the Brutal Kills people, they probably really like Halloween Ends, and they probably really like the Rob Zombie Halloween films as well. Thank you so much to everyone who participated in the voting there. I'll get another poll cooking here as we go, but let's go ahead and keep things moving with Halloween 2018. Is this one going to rise above the rest of the DGG trilogy? Is it going to have a seat right next to the original from 1978? Or, like it's looking right now, is it going to be the lowliest of the David Gordon Green trilogy? It's all up to you guys. I'm not even voting at all on these. Maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't, but I like that it's pure. It's purely you guys. Holy cow, 37 people hanging out, partaking in the live Tiermaker voting here. Guys, this is audience voting. If you want to participate, the link is pinned in the chat. Jump on in there and voice your opinion. This is, wow. Now we're at like 40 people in the stream. Guys, this is just a fun moment for me because usually I only reach this kind of viewership if I'm literally riding on the coattails of a bigger content creator that's on the stream with me. So thank you, Michael Myers, and thank you to John Carpenter and the Halloween franchise for bringing some more eyes here. And thank you to you guys for sharing the channel and liking the stream and doing all those things that help our community grow and you know, and keep me feeling positive all the time. You guys are amazing. So we are closing out. This is the final 5 seconds of voting for Halloween 2018, and that one is in the books. So let's go ahead and pause that. Coming up next is Halloween 2 by Rob Zombie. Ooh. All right, so out of the DGG trilogy, Halloween 2018 got the highest marks, guys. So 7 of you, it ended up in You Can't Kill the Boogeyman, but the way these rankings go, guys, is as it moves to the left, that means it has an overall stronger score than the other films in that row. Does that make sense? So Halloween 2018 is right there with you, and You Can't Kill the Boogeyman with Halloween Ends and Halloween Kills. It is the highest ranking of the 3 in the DGG trilogy with 7 votes in You Can't Kill the Boogeyman. 4 votes in The Blackest Eyes, The Devil's Eyes, and 4 votes in See Anything You Like. No bottom 2 tier votes for Halloween 2018. You guys are big fans, and now I know where the chat sits. I love it. I love this. Chester says the 78 flashbacks are freaking awesome. The guy who plays Loomis in the 78 flashback looks like and sounds like Loomis from the original Halloween 78. Yeah, Tom Jones Jr. He was, I believe he was the lead, is it set designer? He was like basically doing the build. He was like the lead builder on the set. I got to meet him at age 45. He was super, super sweet guy. You know, they gave him like some prosthetics to make him look even more like Donald Pleasance, but the dude straight up looks like Donald Pleasance. Super, super cool. Just hanging out with everyone at the little VIP after party or whatever. Yeah, the flashbacks from kills. I mean, how many times have you heard somebody say, I wish the whole movie was a flashback? And that would be very expensive. It would have been really cool, though. I mean, I would certainly take more of that if they were able to, even if they wanted to do some sort of in-between kind of movie. I think that would be really cool. And I don't know, maybe that would be a fun passion project for like a fan film. Again, it would be tough when you're doing a period piece, but it would be great to see. Holy cow, we got Aaron Click in the chat. What's happening, Aaron? So good to see you, bud. Thank you for joining us. Glad you could be here, man. Come on, 2018. Peanut butter on the penis should have been a tier. I thought about it, Leanna. Peanut butter on my penis. I thought about it and I was like, I don't know how YouTube would feel about me saying that like dozens of times on the stream. So I didn't. One of the few times, Leanna, that I've actually acted in good judgment, perhaps. We got Teal Kid. What's happening, Teal Kid? Says, damn, 55 minutes late. It's okay. We've only ranked 4 of these fuckers, so you can still let your voice be heard, Teal Kid. Again, link is in pinned in the chat if you guys want to join on in with the voting and everything. I don't think so, Aaron. I'm glad that it's a flashback. I could have used a little bit more, of course, if they wanted to. But yeah, a whole movie that's a flashback, I don't even know about sustaining the quality. I think it just would have gotten a little tired, you know, just gotten a little tired. We got Zach Harris in the house. What's happening? Zach says, I only refer to the bottom tier as Prince of Darkness. Another great, John Carpenter flick there. Right? Prince of Darkness? Or is Prince of Darkness is John Carpenter, right? Yeah. I always get it. I don't know why I get it confused with, what's the one that Clive Barker did? Lord of Illusions. I'm like, Prince of Darkness, Lord of Illusions. I don't know why my head is just an asshole about those 2 movies. What's happening, Herbert? Welcome on in. Sounds like, oh, shoot. What did I miss here from Dean? Dean says, imagine the next Halloween movie we get is a direct continuation off of Halloween 2, and they show Michael somehow surviving the explosion and taking off from there. And Leanna's like, you should do that as a video, Dean. Yes, Dean. We need more Enter the Cinevault videos. Heck yeah. All right, guys, let's go ahead and move on to our next entry here. So Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. I think I've got this at like 6 or 7 in my ranking. I really enjoy this movie. Not for everyone. I don't like Rob Zombie's remake. I don't think it's a poor film. I just don't like it. It's completely unnecessary. But Halloween 2 takes multiple massive swings. And I really like it. You know, some people bitch about the Loomis being self-obsessed and fame-seeking, and I'm like, well, how many doctors do you see that have like TV shows and they're writing books not just to educate, but to become celebrities? I mean, we've had doctors that, wrote books, were guests on Oprah, got their own show, and then ran for office. So it's like, I think that what Rob did with Halloween 2 and Loomis is actually like pretty appropriate and pretty like he's modernizing the character, which whenever you're going to remake or rehash, bring back a story or bring back a character, like do something to modernize it, to make it fresh and relevant you know, in the current day. I think that's a big thing that a lot of remakes, the lesser remakes, completely miss that point. But we've got 5 seconds left on Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, and then we'll give a pause and see what you guys are saying here. All right, so Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 is the lone entry in See Anything You Like? And we had 16 votes there. 5 of the votes ended up in See Anything You Like. 4 in Stop It, Stop It, Stop It. 3 in The Blackest Eyes, The Devil's Eyes. 3 in Hell Would Not Have Him. And 1 in You Can't Kill the Boogeyman. So wow, so just barely by the skin of its teeth, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 makes it in See Anything You Like. And I'm going to jump on over and see what you guys like about this one. Love the RZ Halloweens, mains, and animals, Michael. He certainly is. Yeah, he is massive. I think that's one of the things that doesn't really work for me personally. I love, like, Jason being a hulking beast. I'm totally cool with that. Like, I get it. He's more of a monster, whereas Michael is like, you know, supernatural ability and strength, but in the size of, you know, an average sized guy. So one of the things I love about Michael, especially Nick Castle's version and Dick Warlock as well, is that it's just a guy that's like maybe scratching 6 feet tall with his boots on and not like extremely well built. I kind of dig that. But again, Zombie was doing something different. I appreciate the fact that he didn't just copy everything exactly. And yeah, Maine is a total beast. Let's see what else we've got here. I think if you watch H2 as a standalone movie, I think you'd enjoy it more. What if you watch 78 and then you watch this Halloween 2? So there's a little bit of a difference because this Halloween 2 catches you up on what happened at the end of Rob Zombie's Halloween. So yeah, there is a little bit of a retcon there. But imagine go from 78 to Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 from 2009 and see, like, I think that kind of works in a weird way. Yeah. I'm glad to hear that, Ashton. I know a lot more people are coming around on it. I've been a fan of this one for about 15 years or so, and I really dig it. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, and I think that die line is only in the director's cut. I prefer the director's cut for the most part of Halloween 2, but yeah, Michael speaking, I'm not into that one. Not into that one. Hobo Myers is a moment. It's a whole vibe. You know, he was in his hobo era, so, you know, we just gotta tell Michael, you do you, boo. You do you. I kind of like it. It's like when he puts his mask on, it's like he's like going to work, you know? So he doesn't have his mask on for a lot of the movie, and then he puts it on and it's time to get real, you know? I dig that. I hate the end of this movie. I like the chase at the end of RZ Halloween better. Yeah. It's got a way. Yeah. I mean, there's not even really a chase in Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 at all. At least I don't remember any sort of chase. The 16mm look is pretty awesome. Yeah. Yeah, Blu-ray says, sorry, the chat's, you guys are flying with the chat. I love that it was shot on 16mm film, and in my opinion, the film explores PTSD and trauma better than the David Gordon Green trilogy. Yeah, and, you know, and before it was like the hot thing to do, you know, talking about trauma and dealing with like grief and the aftermath of everything that happened in Rob Zombie's first film. I think it's way ahead of its time. You know, nowadays the word trauma is like the biggest, like, it's been a buzzword for what, 10 years or so, just massive buzzword, and it's kind of like lost all meaning, you know, like everyone's experienced it and we just like compare trauma to one another and all this stuff instead of, I mean, it's important to deal with those things, but it seems like it's become huge. And yeah, when they dealt with the PTSD and the trauma in Halloween 2, that's one of the elements that really stood out to me, and it's one of the reasons why I enjoyed the film from the very first time I saw it, because it made me think like, oh yeah, I was like, I've never seen a sequel to a slasher movie where they really explore it this way. You know, I mean, even with A Nightmare on Elm Street, you had to wait until part 3 to see how it affected Nancy, you know, and so we never really got that until Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Okay, let's see what else you got going on here. My dad was a big fan of the Rob Zombie Halloween, so they'll always be special to me. That is awesome, Des. Yeah, that's a great reason to. I mean, it's so interesting the way that art, you know, there's like the good and the bad. Like art ties us to people. It ties us to, you know, moments and times in our lives. And, you know, maybe like, you know, in the situation, I just think like in the situation I'm in, certain songs that I hear, or if I hear a band that like my ex really liked, I'm like, fuck that shit. You know, but then there's like there is the flip side of it, like you're saying, Des, where it's like, you know, it's always going to bring, you know, a happy memory or make you feel like close and connected to somebody really special to you. And that's the amazing thing about art, whether it's a movie or a song or anything really. So it's beautifully powerful, you know, what art can do. And I mean, that's one of the reasons why we love these damn horror movies so much. Yeah, JLC is the trauma mama. All the clips of her like trauma. Yeah, there you go, Dean. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and holy cow, you guys are amazing. All of the engagement has been incredible tonight. You guys are killing it. I'm gonna get going on the next movie, and I'm gonna put another poll in the chat to see your guys's, you know, to see what you guys think here about our next item. So, okay, next up, Rob Zombie's Halloween. So we went from the sequel to his remake from 2007. It's jumping around all over the place. I'm going to get another poll going here. There we go. Oh, hopefully I'll get another poll going. We'll see. You guys having fun yet or what? Let me know. Let me know in the chat if you're having fun. Throw some party hats in the chat or whatever the heck that friggin' emoji is. Let's see here. See how long we've got on this one. So about 40 seconds left on Rob Zombie's Halloween. All right. Boom. There we go. 20 seconds left. Okay, so guys, this poll here. Which sequel deserves more love? Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. Halloween Resurrection. Or Halloween Ends. Those are your options there. I purposely picked movies that still don't have a good standing with the fandom, or at one point didn't have good standing with the fandom. So let your voice be heard there in that poll. And let's see what we got for Rob Zombie's Halloween. All right, so we've got our very first entry into the category, Hell Would Not Have Him. With 18 voters, this is the distribution here. Hell Would Not Have Him got 6 of the votes. The Blackest Eyes, The Devil's Eyes got 4, guys. See Anything You Like also got 4. You Can't Kill the Boogeyman got 3. And Stop It, Stop It, Stop It got 1 vote. So there you go. Out of 18 votes, Halloween from 2007, directed by Rob Zombie, is the lone entry in Hell Would Not Have Him. And I'm going to jump over and see what you guys, we sort of already talked a little bit about this movie, but just seeing what you guys are saying here. A lot of people to this day don't know 78 Michael had telekinesis, auto manipulation, and teleportation omnipresence in the OG. It's very sneaky. I mean, Well, I think that maybe you can say that those things are there, but as far as like the way that Carpenter always talked about it is just that he was like a force of nature. So there's no definition. You can't really, it's like, as far as Carpenter's concerned, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but there's no way to like define any capabilities or supernatural abilities or anything. I've always just thought that he's supernatural in an indefinable way. And I love the question mark, the mystique, the mystery, all that stuff. It's why Michael is my favorite. It's why Michael is so interesting to me. And it kind of calls back a little bit, guys, to Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, especially in the director's cut. There's all that stuff about the Rorschach. You know, there's the white, you know, the white horse and all that stuff. Like, of course, Michael's already seeing it, but Laurie sees that Rorschach test in her therapist's office. And I'm like, that was one of those really profound moments where I'm like, oh my gosh, like Rob is actually bringing something huge and new to the franchise, or at least a new way of looking at things, because Michael is like a Rorschach test. You know, you put your emotion on Michael, you put your fears on Michael. It's so indefined that we get to define it for ourselves. And I think that's one of the reasons why Michael has resonated and continues to resonate almost 50 years later. It's something incredible about his character. And not only him as a character is he a blank slate, but literally his mask, like just depending on the way that the light hits it, it's like it looks different in almost every shot. Especially in the very first film, the mask looks different in a lot of the shots, and that's done on purpose because you can't really get a handle on what's, like, not only can you not attribute emotion to a blank mask, but then every time you see it, it's like it's shape shifting, you know? So I love that aspect of Michael. You know, I know they're going to put superpowers in the video game because they've got to. So maybe you'll see that telekinesis and obviously the teleportation thing. Yeah, I mean, Michael's a fucking ninja. Like 100% total ninja. Let's see what else we got going on here. I liked Halloween 5 as a kid, but it hasn't aged well. Oh, we'll get there. We'll get there. Omnipresent in the OG. Okay. Oh, yeah. No, I get what you mean. Yeah. So, yeah, and that's just one of those. God, that ending is so good. Yeah, no, the ending is so great with the breathing, and yeah, there's just that the evil is amongst us, guys. It is amongst us, and it changes shape. So there we go. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to Halloween Resurrection. Where's it going to be? Are we going to get our very first Stop It entry, or are you guys closeted Halloween Resurrection fans? I guess we'll find out, won't we? Thank you so much for the reminder, Leanna. Yes, guys, make sure to hit that slash that like button and subscribe. Connell Cochran's speech in Halloween 3 about what Halloween truly is. Yeah. I think my favorite line from that movie is, and it's the best kind of joke. A joke on the children. Like that line, there's so much like glee, you know, in that delivery. Oh man. Oh, Hurley, he was such a great actor. Falcons fan 408 says, so no one likes the Rob Zombie Halloween? I don't get it. He's a great director, in my opinion. Well, so some people did put it in the highest tier, but it's based on which tier had the most votes. So it went into Hell Would Not Have Him, but it did get a handful of votes for the very top tier as well. Yeah, Des, I watch this one every year also. I mean, how can you not? Like, it's like, it's so bad it's good, I think. Like, I don't know. I get a kick out of Resurrection. It's not a good movie, but I get a kick out of it. Okay, so there we are. We've got H2O coming up next. Halloween Resurrection, directed by Rick Rosenthal, who also directed Halloween 2 from 1981. We had 15 votes here. 8 of them went into Stop It, 3 in You Can't Kill the Boogeyman, 3 in Say Anything You Like, and 1 in Hell Would Not Have Him. 0 votes for The Blackest Eyes, The Devil's Eyes. I think this is the very first movie that we've ranked out of these that has not had 1 vote for The Blackest Eyes, The Devil's Eyes. And Falcons fan, just so you can see it right there, Rob Zombie's Halloween from 07. There you go. It had 4 votes in the top category, 7 in the top 2 categories, but just more votes in Hell Would Not Have Him. So there you go. All right, guys, we are just more than halfway. We've just passed the halfway point. So we have 6 left. Let's go ahead and keep this one humming. H2O. What do you guys got for H2O? I'm curious. I am curious what you guys have to say about this one. Let me just catch up on the chat here. What did I missed something from Chester? Oh yeah, the soundtrack of H3 is great. Oh, we'll get to H3. We will get there. Man, who would love to have seen Michael versus Cochran in H3? That would have been the perfect time for them to take the franchise to space. Oh, that would have been wild. I mean, I think even just like making his mask a silver shamrock mask would have been kind of an interesting little twist there, you know? What a twist. Teal Kit says H2O is a weird one because it's a fun movie, but the mask, the Michael, and some of the soundtrack are terrible. Yeah. Which mask? There's like 4 masks in this movie. There's the Curse mask, the Stan Winston mask, the K&B mask, and the CGI mask as well. So, whole bunch of problems. We'll talk about it. I'll let you guys finish out your voting here. Just 13 voters. Make sure if you're voting, the link is in the description, or sorry, it's pinned in the chat so you can contribute your vote that way. Voting is closed for H2O. And there we go. 15 votes. And H2O is in You Can't Kill the Boogeyman. And it actually beat out Halloween Kills. Oh my goodness. Folks in the chat, Halloween Kills fans in the chat, do you feel betrayed by your community members that have ranked H2O better than Halloween Kills? I don't know about that one. But let's go ahead and break it down. 15 votes, 7 votes for You Can't Kill the Boogeyman. So boom, that's the reason for the season there. 4 votes for See Anything You Like. 3 votes for Hell Would Not Have Him. And 1 vote for The Blackest Eyes, The Devil's Eyes. Huh, I didn't know that Barry from Wolfman's Got Nards was hanging out in the chat, but he must be, because we have a vote for The Devil's Eyes. Okay, so H2O. Let me get back on my diatribe here. So the Curse mask is the best mask in H2O. Let's fucking be honest. Like, the Curse mask is legit. I think Curse, like, that is an ascending movie for me. I like Curse more and more every time I watch it. So the Curse mask is the only good mask in H2O, unfortunately. The powder white alien mask from K&B Effects is dreadful. And unfortunately, like, you know, when we watched it, when it first came out, you didn't know about that, so you're not seeing it. Now that we have Blu-rays, oh my God, it's like man, in the last act of the movie, like, oh, so he's got the Stan Winston mask on, and then they cut, and it's the alien mask. Cut back to the Stan Winston, cut back alien. It is so jarring, and they're such different looking masks that it can't be unseen. Not only that, wait, one last thing. So Nicotero worked on the Jason mask for the Jason universe, and look at that fucking powder white alien mask from H2O. I love Nicotero. Keep the dude away from masks. It's just no good when it comes to these types of things. And then the Stan Winston mask, like, Winston is awesome. Like, his work speaks for itself. Not a dig on him as a, you know, as a creative mind and an artist, because it's a brilliant, you know, amount of work that he's got. His mask doesn't look good. The eye holes are too big. The hair is like all poofy and goofy. You know, nothing against, is it Chris Durand in this one? His performance is okay as Michael, but some of that is Steve Miner's issue, and then also where you put the camera. So I'm going to put that just as much on, you know, on the behind the camera people as I put it on Chris Durand for just having a Michael that just doesn't seem to work. Some of the Ottman score is okay with me. I like it later on in the movie. I think at the beginning I want the original score, but I love the opening is really strong, you know, with what's his face, with Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and of course we've got Nancy Stevens back as Marion Chambers. Like, I think the opening's pretty strong. I really like the first act of H2O. You know, Laurie's boyfriend. I love that character. But just this movie it's just so light and fluffy, and there's just like really not much going on. Yeah, H2O. I don't know. I'm curious to know what you guys are saying. I saw Des say some really controversial shit here. No, I'm just H2O was so much better than Kills. Oh my goodness, Des. Oh my goodness. No, it's quite all right. It's just opinions about art. I get it. I think that they're like, man, when I walked out of the theater after seeing H2O, I was like on cloud nine. I never thought we would get Jamie Lee back. And then little did I know she would come back another 20 years later. But yeah, H2O, I really loved it when it first came out, and then it's just been descending ever since then for me. So betrayed, our community smoking crack. Oh, I hate the soundtrack. Sounds like Scream more than Halloween. Well, because they do use the Marco Beltrami music. I think from Scream 2 is what that music is from. Yeah, the K&B mask is weird. It literally looks like it's made of chalk, like carved out of. You ever seen those chalk things next to like the pool table where you like rub your hands on the little pyramid of chalk? It looks like the mask is made out of chalk. It's fucking terrible. Oh, I'm gonna get all worked up now. Guys, just imagine. So if they could do a deep fake, like fuck it, do a deep fake, put the curse mask on Michael in H2O. And the movie is like automatically going to be 5 times better. Yeah. Well, the CG mask looks bad. I would say it's not as bad as the K&B mask. Yeah, the mask it is the alien mask in the trailer. Yeah. Come on, Dave. Everyone in this chat all thinks the CGI mask is the best in the franchise. That's right. We got Devrick Grant in the chat. Brand new person to the channel. Welcome on in, Devrick. You are kicking it with the Death Squad. Everybody make Devrick feel very welcome. And he says, H2O is great, but the twist you found out in H2O is great, but the twist you found out in Resurrection spoils it. Love the ending in H2O, Chef's Kiss. Yeah, if that was it, that would be a lot better. Leanna, I'm guessing you like the end of H2O a lot better than you like the procession, right? I'm going to get Leanna a shirt that says I love the procession, and it's just gonna have Michael, like it's gonna be a shot of Michael in the grinder, not on the app grinder, but in the literal grinder. All right, let's see what else we got here. Michelle Williams was gorgeous in H2O. She's pretty all right. She's a bit of all right. Everyone loves Mrs. Doubtfire H4 and Bird Lady H5. Yeah, the Nicolas Cage H5. When Laurie screams Michael and the score kicks in, chills. Yeah, it's this brief moment, though. But what about everything else around it, you know? Hold on, I've got a cough. Whew, all right. Falcons fan 408 says, do you do any other tier lists for other scary movies? Sorry, new to the channel. Nothing to apologize at all. Welcome on in, man. Everyone in the Death Squad make Falcons fan 408 feel very, very welcome here. I have been doing a whole bunch of these live Tiermaker rankings. I love the audience interaction. It's one of the big things that I'm into over on this channel is just, you know, kind of sharing the stage with you guys, you know? I want to know your guys' thoughts. I want to get into topical discussions with y'all and have you guys sort of propel the, you know, the heart of the discussion. I'm a huge audience member on YouTube, and I love feeling like I'm a part of it when I'm an audience member. And so, you know, it's the goal of the channel to extend that to you guys. So yeah, previously this year we did a horror slasher franchises, slasher villains, and then we did a Nightmare on Elm Street. Last week we did Friday the 13th. So we're doing Halloween now, knocking out the big 3. Next week is going to be Scream. So next Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern is going to be Scream. So yeah, if you're digging what we've got here, hit that subscribe button. Click the notification bell. I'm doing a whole bunch of, like, I go live like 4 times a week. Sometimes it's kind of wild. So yeah, welcome on in, man. I'm glad you're having a good time. Well, I guess I'm assuming that you're having a good time. But you seem curious enough. I'm going to go ahead and say that that's a safe assumption. Josh Hartnett, pretty good here. I like the voice cracking and everything. I like the first act of the movie is so solid. It just loses a lot of steam for me after that. Let's see here. Yeah, he's okay. He's okay. I'm having my nipples pierced. Yeah, what is it? Is it Alan Arkin? Adam Arkin. Alan is his dad. He's so charming here. He is so charming. Yeah, I think I think Laurie as a character is better defined in H2O than she is in the David Gordon Green trilogy. Yeah, for sure. Okay, let's go ahead and see what else. Zach says the friend group for H2O doesn't do it for me. When LL Cool J is one of your best characters, the movie has lost the plot. Yeah, there's not even really a friend group. It's just like, I mean, I get it, like 4 people, I guess. That's it, you know, whatever. Doth process too much. There you go. I'll get you a shirt that says that, Leanna. Halloween Kills couldn't stand the Evil Dies Tonight repeated. Yeah. Yeah, you know, Tivoli, you know, jumping out of the window. It's the kind of ugliness that I really don't want to see in my Halloween movies, but I think Kills is great. But I don't love every single thing about it. However, Big John and Little John, just bring it on home for me. There you go. Okay, let's see here. Appreciate you, Falcons fan. Okay, guys, let's just go ahead and jump on over to the next item. So Halloween, Curse of Michael Myers. And they don't have both options here, guys. So I'm guessing we're just really going with, I mean, really it can be whatever one you prefer. So if you haven't seen both versions, then of course you're just going to stick with the theatrical. That's fair. If you are a fan of the producer's cut and you want to vote with that cut in your mind, then there you go. I'm a big fan of the producer's cut. It's not perfect. I don't think either version has a good ending, really, unfortunately, for this film. But the producer's cut has a lot more Loomis. It makes a lot more sense, and it feels a hell of a lot more like the original Halloween movie than a lot of the movies. I would say even, I'm going to say it right fucking now, Curse of Michael Myers has way more Halloween mood and atmosphere than H4 any fucking day of the week. Guys, watch Curse again. Don't be fooled by the intro of H4. Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers, has an opening scene that makes everyone think the whole movie just looks like fall. And it's not like the whole movie doesn't. I just don't think it's showcased as well as it is in Curse of Michael Myers. Again, Curse is just like ascending in my list. I love the portrayal of Michael here. I love the mask. I don't know. Paul Rudd's weird performance just doesn't really do it for me, but it also doesn't get in the way. You know, I still think the dialogue's well written. It's just, it could have been performed better, but fucking Donald Pleasance, DJ Donnie P is killing it in Curse of Michael Myers, especially in the producer's cut where you get to see the full performance. Mitchell Ryan as Dr. Wynn is great. Bradford English as John Strode is like one of the, he's on the Mount Rushmore of horror movie assholes. What a performance. And there we go. Curse of Michael Myers is all closed. Coming up next is going to be Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. So get those votes ready. And when it comes to Curse of Michael Myers, it edged out Halloween Kills as well. So 17 voters. Let's see how that distribution went here. We've got 6 votes in You Can't Kill the Boogeyman, 5 in See Anything You Like. Holy crap. 4 votes for The Blackest Eyes, The Devil's Eyes. I love you people. I don't know who you are. I love you. I mean, I love all of you guys. Those people, though, I love you a smidge more. And then 2 votes for Hell Would Not Have Him. So there you go. 17 votes. And it is right now ranked 5th in the franchise. How about that? Halloween, Curse of Michael Myers. Now is the point where you guys tell me your thoughts on the Curse of Michael Myers. Where am I right? Where am I wrong? Am I crazy wrong? I don't know. Oh, he's aged. He's aged. Did you see Friendship? Friendship again? He looks, he's finally aged. It finally happened. His ill-advised outfit in Curse, where it's a very, very tight thermal tucked into like utility pants. Wow, that's a 1995 look if I ever fucking saw one. Holy shit, reminds me of middle school. Destiny says, I do think 6 has great atmosphere and is on par with Halloween 4. The night shots feel especially cold. Yeah, I love the coldness of it. And then Des, I don't know if you're familiar with the producer's cut or if you've watched, like I watched the producer's cut. Usually that's the only one that I watch, but I just recently watched both cuts of the film. So not only the dialogue and the way the editing and the music and all that stuff, all of those things are very, very different in the producer's cut. Like it's a much more moody, atmospheric film just with those things. But then shots of Kara walking around the college campus that are not in the theatrical cut. Just a little bit, shots that just breathe a little bit more, where you see that wet pavement and the leaves on the ground. And yeah, like you're saying, the night shots feeling especially cold. There is something, that slow-mo shot of Tommy walking alongside the fair on the college campus, you know, doing his weird lurk over the shoulder. He's got this weird, you know, lurk, like looking over his shoulder, very creepy Igor vibes there. But I'm curious to know, Des, is that what you're thinking of when you type out the night shots feel especially cold? That's the shot that I immediately see in my mind's eye. So I'm curious to know, you know, if there's a shot in particular that's giving you that vibe. Theatrical cut is top tier, says Zach, and both the protagonists in H6 are better than Laurie has ever been. I love Paul Rudd's weird performance, man. It is so weird. He's doing this, it's like a mid-Atlantic accent. The weird thing, the theatrical cut, Paul Rudd does the intro narration as Tommy Doyle, but for a Halloween fan going into that movie, you don't know who that character is. You don't even know who Paul Rudd is, because this was like the first movie he ever shot. So in the producer's cut, it's some of the same dialogue, although the dialogue's a little bit different, but it's Donald Pleasance as Dr. Loomis giving the opening narration, which just makes so much more sense. For a Halloween fan that's jumping into that movie, you know exactly who that is, talking about Michael Myers. And then, you know, the theatrical cut, you get that when Michael Myers was 6 years old. It's just this really weird, like, his work isn't done in Haddonfield. It's very, almost like Peter Lorre kind of sound. It's very interesting. It's a mix between Peter Lorre and Orson Welles. Yeah. Chester says Halloween 6 is good. The score was great. The masks look good, and the fall atmosphere is great. There you go. H6 is okay. Don't really care for it. Give it another shot. Ashton, have you seen the producer's cut? I'm gonna start like preaching the gospel. Oh, if I could teach you about the producer's cut. Let's see what else we got here. One question: where's the baby? Where is little Steven? Yeah, look, get me a doctor. I love his line when he, can you tell me if a bus arrived from Pontiac last night? That's one of my favorite lines in the whole movie. I don't know why. Yeah, atmosphere is amazing. Okay, yeah, friendship didn't really hit with me either. Oh my goodness, Des, that should be something you check out this spooky season. It's not a perfect film. It still has issues. Other than a couple moments, mostly gore moments from the theatrical cut, the producer's cut is so much better than the theatrical cut. Just, you know, for me. Now, if you could put those moments of gore in there, I would certainly take them. But it just feels so much more like a Halloween movie. It doesn't feel like some like chopped up epileptic seizure-inducing, you know, mid-90s mess. I highly recommend it. Yeah. Not many actors can pull off horror comedy movies, and it works. Yeah. And Paul Rudd he just always kind of plays Paul Rudd. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, he's had great success with that. He just makes some odd decisions in Curse of Michael Myers, you know, and maybe that was the director giving him free reign, you know, maybe it was encouraged. I don't know, but I would be so fascinated to get to speak with Paul Rudd about this movie, about Curse of Michael Myers. And I hope he goes to H50. I think it would be great to have him at age 50 for sure. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and move on to the next one here. Yeah, available to rent. And I mean, you can get a Blu-ray. You can get a single Blu-ray. You don't have to like go out and get a box set just to get it. It is available. So if you're looking just to add to your physical collection, I know you have a dangerous physical collection, Des. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Miss Destiny Faulkner, but she has like stacks of DVDs and Blu-rays that I you know, multiple times during my week, I'm like, I hope she's not stuck under a pile of Blu-rays and DVDs. I hope she's okay. And then she jumps into the chat and I'm like, whew, she made it through one more day. Thank goodness. Brooke says, I can't with those stones in the producer's cut. Yeah, neither ending is good. I mean, is it even better that he has like green blood and gets beaten with a pipe? Is he beaten with a pipe, or is it the editing that beat up Michael? I think it might be the editing that beats up Michael. Man, I found it in some like cheapy bin at FYE, like, you know, maybe a year after the box set came out. That's crazy. Yeah, 500 movies against your wall. Be careful. Don't get, it's like when Principal Skinner got buried by his stacks of newspapers in The Simpsons. You know, don't do that. Don't do it. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and jump on over. I know I'm just wasting your time talking about Halloween movies. It's terrible. It's terrible. Okay, so next up is Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. Get those votes in. Let's see where this one lands. All right. I'm going to check the poll that's on the YouTube side of things. There we go. I ended that bad boy. Which sequel deserves more love? Oh, no surprise here. Halloween 3, Season of the Witch gets 52% of 35 votes. Halloween Ends in second place with 20%. Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers, 17%. And Halloween Resurrection, a lowly 11%. Thank you so much to everyone who voted on that one. I think I've got two more polls left. So one will be after the whole thing, and one I'll put up another one here in just a few. So Halloween 5, where's it gonna be? Where is it gonna end up? See, when it comes to Halloween 5, it just kind of bores me. You know, that's one of the biggest sins a movie can commit, especially like a comedy or a horror, to be boring. It's really tough to come back from that. I don't dislike Tina. Yeah, the Bapada is kind of weird and all that stuff, but man, Wendy Kaplan is like smoking. She is so gorgeous, and I mean, fuck. So I don't even think the character is really like that bad, given what we know about her. Like, she's not related to, not even is she not related to Jamie, but she's seemingly only known her for the last, I don't know, she's not in Halloween 4. Has she even known this kid for a year? So yeah, I'm not a Tina hater. I do not like the mask. The crying, it's weird. And it just bores the hell out of me. So, okay, so Halloween 5, let's see where you guys put it. Hell would not have him. And let's see here, 16 votes. So Hell would not have him got 9 of those 16 votes. 3 of the votes went over to See Anything You Like, 2 votes for You Can't Kill the Boogeyman, and 2 votes for Stop It, Stop It, Stop It. So another entry that has not ticked a vote in the Blackest Eyes, the Devil's Eyes category. And I'm curious, you know, for those of you who put this one a little bit higher, you know, what do you love about, you know, Halloween 5? What is it that stands out to you that would have you rank it a little bit higher than what we currently have it here? Destiny likes Tina, loves her outfits. Yeah, no, she looks great. I think her outfits are really cute too. For that's an odd time, that like late 80s, early 90s was like odd fashion. But she looks great. Her eyebrows, man. I've always, like, you know, women with darker features, like you know, brunettes. I've always been more of a brunette guy and not as much of a blonde guy. And then I don't know what it is, like prominent like noses and prominent eyebrows. I've always been a fan of. Now, I'm not saying like I want some big, crazy, like funky nose. I just mean there's like certain like, you know, Mediterranean kind of nose kind of look. Just some, it's a little more prominent, you know. And Mediterranean is all of them. It's Italian, Greek, Egyptian, whatever. All the just that whole area. I don't know what it is. I know I'm totally going off on a tangent, but I love Tina's eyebrows. That's the whole purpose of this tangent. There you go. J Beach says, if I have to find redeeming qualities in H5, I can, but so many problems because of bad choices, i.e. the Myers house, Man in Black. Yeah, the Myers house is rough here. How the hell is that the Myers house? It's just, it's got like a spire and it just doesn't look anything like the Myers house. The barn kill was the only decent scene in H5. That was a good scene. That whole scene is good. There's some good tension there. The kitties are super cute. Yeah. Tina didn't give the hashtag Tina didn't give the dog water. Well, it's because she can't be sensible, you know. The laundry chute scene is great when Jamie is in there, Michael trying to get her. Okay. That's good tension there for sure. Tina was damn annoying. Oh my gosh, she couldn't shut her damn 80s brows. Yeah. Well, and even just, I mean, you see it. God bless the women that just like let their brows, like, you know, I get it. No one wants a unibrow. I don't. I take care of that. But you know, it's okay if they're free doing their thing, you know? It's okay. Cookie woman. Justice for Max. Yes. I'd keep H5 where it is. I understand the hate. I have fun with it, though. The car chase at the end, Michael switching masks to fuck with Tina, Loomis scenes, etc. Yes. Okay, you bring up a good one, Teal Kit. I love Michael wearing the brute mask. That is easily the creepiest scene in the movie. You know, the look he gives, the wide-eyed look he gives to Tina after she, like, kisses the mask, like it really triggers something scary inside of him. Yeah, I really, really dig that one. Yeah, Loomis's crazy ass, all the drinking and everything. Yeah. There you go. Leanna is a natural brow lady. Yeah. And look at how beautiful she is, folks. Look at that. Destiny says, nostalgia, crazy Loomis, how weird it is. Love Danielle Harris, and I love Don Shanks as Michael. Yeah, Don Shanks has a good build and everything. With a better mask, it would have been, you know, it really would have elevated it. Nothing wrong with his performance. It is just the choices that are made around it, yeah. Des says, I am the opposite of natural brows. Mine are dyed. How does that do? Okay, whatever. That's side chat. I'm just curious. You don't have to worry about the dye like trickling down, do you? God, I hope not. But yes, as Leanna says, they work for you. I never would have known, Des. Never would have known. Okay, let's see what else we got. Let's just go ahead and move on over to the next entry in the franchise. And coming up next, guys, Halloween 4, the return of Michael Myers. I know this is a fan favorite. God, that poster is awesome. If only he had that mask in Halloween 4, the return of Michael Myers. If only. I'm going to get another poll going in the chat. So I'll let you guys do your thing. And then and we'll keep this thing rolling. I think we only have one or two more. All right. Are you guys having fun? Are you guys having fun? Let me know in the chat if you're having a good time. I'm having a friggin' blast hanging out with you guys. I love it. It feels like it's been too long. All right. Let's see here. Oh, my goodness. Okay, guys. Brand new poll in the chat over on YouTube. And we've got 25 seconds left for you to vote on Halloween 4, the return of Michael Myers. And the brand new poll in the chat asks, should Michael Myers return again? So jump on in and let me know what you think there. And we have 5 seconds left on H4, the return of Michael Myers. Where is it going to end up? And ding, there we go. That is the bell. H4 is right next to the original in the blackest eyes, the devil's eyes. We had 15 voters. 9 of you put the film in the highest tier of them all, the blackest eyes, the devil's eyes. 5 of you put the movie in You Can't Kill the Boogeyman. I think that's fair. And 1 of you put the film in See Anything You Like. How about it? All right, so there it is, right next to the OG. And what? We've just got 2 more left. We've got Season of the Witch and Halloween 2 from 1981. I'm going to see what you guys are saying here about H4. The mask does grow on me for liking it. The hockey pad suit, though, yeah. Oh, and only sometimes does he have the hockey pads. It's very odd. Like, so, you know, when I think Tom Morga is playing Michael when they're in the Meeker house. And nothing against Wilbur because I love him in Curse of Michael Myers. I think George Wilbur is awesome. He's an awesome Michael Myers. I just don't think that 4 was the right movie for him. For whatever, and I think in the Meeker house, it's not just the fact, I don't think it's because Tom Morga's playing Michael, but I do think the mask looks a little bit better on him in those scenes. And there's a lot more of that blue lighting, the blue and orange lighting, Michael in the distance, like in the shadows, back through the hallway. There's just more of those like Michael Myers things that are going on, but really only in that scene in H4. I think that's the thing about H4 for me. There are these little pockets where they get it right. But for the most part, they don't make me feel very much. And I think like, whereas a lot of people kind of poo-poo the David Gordon Green movies, it's like the total opposite. They rip apart these David Gordon Green movies for these little corners of the films that don't work for them, whether it's Evil Dies Tonight or it's The Procession or whatever. It's this little thing that spoils the whole thing. It's like having shit in your ice cream. It's going to taste like shit. It's not going to taste like ice cream. But on the flip side, you know, oh, I love Halloween 4, but it's just like, what is it really doing? It's just kind of a reboot. I know I'm shitting all over Halloween 4. I don't dislike the movie. I just think that it's, you know, if we judged movies like Halloween 4 and H2O, if we use the same criteria to judge them as we judge the David Gordon Green trilogy of movies, like people would not like those older sequels nearly as much. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. I pretend Halloween 5 and 6 doesn't exist, so it makes this movie even better for me. Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, if they went the ballsy route and you actually have Jamie being a killer or having something wrong with her, something legitimately wrong with her, that would have been incredibly ballsy there. Yeah. Halloween 4 is Dez's favorite sequel. There it is. No questions about that movie. Awesome movie. No need to ask one here. I've made enemies of all of you by talking smack about Halloween 4. I'm so sorry. How about that Kelly Meeker booty though? You get a little bit of that side cheek. H4 is good. Amazing opening credits. You don't even need the Halloween theme in there. Just the sound gate. Yeah, that's true. I mean, the credits are great. The opening's awesome. It really does set the mood and everything. I wish the rest of the movie, you know, could be a little more consistent in that way. Let's see who else we got. That's a no for me. What is a no for you? I must have totally missed, or it must be something I said minutes ago. Yeah, a few minutes ago. That's going to be a no for me. Michael Myers is here in this town. Yep. Freddy vs. Jason is up next on AMC. There you go, Dez. Don't try that Halloween shit with me. Oh, little Bucky action there. Little Bucky action. Yeah, this line, Dez. Oh, fuck it. Your shit. It's metal. What does that mean? When Rachel's like, what does that mean? I'm like, oh my God. That's what I'm thinking. What does that mean? Like, you just mean that it's like melted and it's too hot and you can't touch it. But instead you just say it's metal. I love it. I love it. I do. That is, you know what, Ashton, it's funny you say it now. Guys, cat's out of the bag. The whole reason why I started a YouTube channel, to slander movies that Ashton loves. It's true. It's all true. It's all been a big ruse, Ashton. We did hardly know Ted Hollister. Oh shit, Earl, it's Ted Hollister. Yeah, I mean, H4 is fun. It is kind of a reboot though. You haven't got a police force. Wow, Halloween 4 is my second fave and H2O is my third. Dez, hop on a stream with me. Let's hash it out. Let's talk about these movies. I would be much more interested in talking about these like talking to somebody where we have differing opinions. I find that so much more invigorating and exciting. I mean, really, no matter what the subject is, but especially when it comes to something like art, it's a lot easier to have those discussions. So come on down, girl. Let's have a little chat. Let's have a little chat. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that it's top tier. You Can't Kill the Boogeyman. I can understand that. I think I would put this movie in See Anything You Like. I think H4, to me, it's behind Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. It's in the middle back of the franchise in my ranking. Yeah. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and see what else we got here. Did I miss somebody? I might have missed somebody. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't. I thought I missed. Where is it? Where is it? There he is. Ryan Underwood, one of our great channel members. How you doing, Ryan? So good to see you, bud. Welcome on in. Okay, let's go ahead and jump on over. We've just got 2 more left, guys. So up next is Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. There you go. Where is this one going to end up? I think this one's going to be Blackest Eyes, Devil's Eyes. That's my hunch. That's my hunch right now. All right, so 24 votes in our poll that's in the chat there. Gosh, I might as well just close this one out now. It's a landslide. 26 votes. Oh, maybe Ryan just voted. Maybe he did. Maybe he did. Okay, I'm going to close that one out. There you go. 26 votes. Should Michael Myers return again? 58% of you said yes, he's eternal. 27% say only if it's in a new timeline. And 15% of you said no, let him rest. And to no surprise for me, no one voted for only if Laurie's back too, which I totally understand. I'm done. I'm done with Laurie, and I think that's a fair thing to say. How about that? All right, let's see here. 15 seconds left to vote on Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. I am going to do H4 dirty like that, but it sounds like Dez is down to hop on a stream and have a chat. Controversial Halloween movie opinions. Okay, boom, there it is. Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. In the Blackest Eyes, the Devil's Eyes, right there with the original, and H4, the return of Michael Myers. Let's see how these 15 votes were broken down, folks. So 8 of the 15 votes put the film in the Blackest Eyes, the Devil's Eyes. 3 votes for You Can't Kill the Boogeyman. 3 votes for See Anything You Like. 1 vote for Hell Would Not Have Him. And no one said stop it, stop it, stop it, which makes me happy. Yeah, guys, this movie... Man, I would see it on TV as a kid, but whenever you saw movies on TV back in the, 80s and 90s, very rarely, it took me a little bit to be like, okay, I'm going to open up the TV guide. I'm going to make sure I'm there when the movie starts. So a lot of times I would be like, oh, Halloween 3 is on TV. When I was like just getting into these movies, I would jump on the USA Network or whatever, start watching the movie, and it's in the middle of the movie. I know Michael. I have no idea what's going on, and I was just confused. I had no idea what the hell the story was about. The very first time I ever watched Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, I think it was 2007. I downloaded it from like a torrent site because I don't think there was a DVD or anything like that at the time. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you know better, I'm not sure. And I enjoyed it from the very first time I watched the entire movie. I was like, this is a solid spooky movie, and it's kind of cool that Halloween's got this oddball entry. I mean, all of the franchises have some sort of entry that is called like the Halloween 3 of the franchise. I'm glad that not only was Halloween an innovator as far as the slasher subgenre goes, it's an innovator and an original, an originator. But even when it comes to the oddball sequel, Halloween was the first one to do it. So, with Friday the 13th, you've got, part 5, A New Beginning. With Freddy, I guess it's Freddy's Dead is like the really oddball one that kind of sticks out. I guess it's not as different as this, but whatever, Russ, whatever. There it is, Halloween 3, Season of the Witch in the top 3 of the franchise. I think that's fair. I'm not going to complain about it like I would if it were. I am going to complain that it didn't beat out Halloween 4, that Halloween 4 is still more beloved by you guys. Season of the Bitch, and we find out Michael had another sister. In Halloween 3? What am I missing, Dean? What have I missed all this time? Tell me. Dr. Chalice is what I want to be as a father. Yeah, drunk, absent, and banging young chicks. All right, Brett, more power to you, bud. Not the biggest fan of Season of the Witch, says Blu-ray. Yeah, I mean, if you're just there for Michael, it makes sense. Like, Season of the Witch isn't going to do it for you. I just think as a movie that has Halloween atmosphere and just the mood of the season, it does a really great job. Don't get me wrong, I love Michael Myers, but how cool would it have been if the Halloween series went the anthology route the whole rest of the way, and every year we got a different spooky movie that John Carpenter and Deborah Hill produced? Like, I know The Fog came out before this and all that, but a story like The Fog being one of the entries, it would have been pretty cool. And I guess you could always bring Michael back at any point, but they did that pretty early. Oh, and happy Halloween. I love how they used the music from the original right there. And I mean, John Carpenter knocked it out of the park with the soundtrack here. He and Alan Howarth, and Dean Cundey is back. Dean Cundey shot the first 3 films in the franchise. Halloween 3 looks great. It's the best Tommy Lee Wallace movie. I mean, nothing else comes close. Ryan says, I'm a Halloween whore. Just bring him back, however, and I'll be there opening night. You and me both, brother. You and me both. Halloween 3 Season of the Witch needs a continuation or a straight up reboot, TV miniseries, something like that. Fair enough, Blu-ray. Yeah, fair enough. I really enjoy this one. It's not top 5 for me, but I do really dig it. It's a yearly watch for me, but I totally get what you're saying. Let's see what else we got. 3 is tough. I like it, but I can't keep it in canon when talking the Halloween IP. No, Mikey makes a difficult case. He's the glue of the rest. Yeah, that's why it sort of went down in my ranking, not because I think it's a bad film, but because a lot of the movies that I really like with Michael, I'm going to push above those, right? Oh, yeah, that's a good line, Max. When the hills ran red. He's getting turned on, When he says that, he's getting an old man chub, I think it's confirmed. Check the IMDb. I think it's in the trivia. No, it's not. If it is, then that would be a surprise to me. Season of the Witch's worst offense isn't the absence of Michael Myers. It's that it's kind of boring. Oh, I don't think it's boring. Maybe the third act does drag a little bit. A lot of movies do that for me. Third act drag. It doesn't drag to the point where I'm noticing it or falling asleep like with Halloween 5 or like Weapons. But I see what you're saying. Yeah, it does kind of drag. Yeah. That is a fair criticism. It is spooky, Paula. Yeah, this movie is hella spooky. Yeah. They need to bring back Cundey. Yeah, what was the last thing he did? Like Jack and Jill or something like that? Oh, gotcha. Do a version called Season of the Bitch. Season of Taylor Kitsch. Tom Atkins' character was such a player in this movie. Gave me James Bond vibes, flirting / sleeping with all the women he came across. Yeah. Kind of reminds me of this guy I know named Daddy Deathray. No, I'm just joking. Yeah, he is. He's an ass-grabbing son of a bitch. And I think that's where I learned it. You know, grab all the butts you can in life, because you only get one go-round on this crazy, crazy trip that we call life. So grab a booty, hold it tight, and you know, smack as many asses as you can. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. It does shout out Phoenix. Yeah, that shot right there on the poster is from the artwork that you guys are seeing there, is from Phoenix. It's from that shot of the movie. Yeah, I want to know where that is, Des. And it's crazy to think what Phoenix was like back in the early 80s. It was not nearly as massive as it is now, of course. Zach, funny story. I just watched Night of the Creeps like 2 weeks ago, and I've been reviewing my first time horror movie watches in the shorts section. So if you subscribe to the channel, check out the shorts, you will find my Night of the Creeps review there. Just a quick little review. And I also have been reviewing these movies on Letterboxd, guys. So if you want to see what my star ratings are, I do like, you know, small paragraphs, like 4 or 5 or 6 sentences, something like that. So yeah, Zach, really enjoyed Night of the Creeps. I quite enjoy Fred Decker's work. Love his script work. Yeah. Super Tenor's got an old man chub. There you go. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and jump on into the very last entry of our live tier maker ranking of the Halloween franchise. Halloween 2 from 1981, directed by Rick Rosenthal. Ish. Also partially directed by John Carpenter. Great synthy, kind of circusy sound to the score here. I quite enjoy that. You know, Jamie Lee's pretty sidelined here, but Lance Guest is great. I think Dick Warlock puts in a fabulous performance as Michael Myers. I mean, he was the very first Michael Myers I ever saw. So Halloween 2 is the movie that roped me in. You know, that was the one that got me interested and made me want to dress up as Michael Myers for Halloween, which I did that same very Halloween. So I'm curious to know where you guys are going to put this one. Please tell me this one is going to bump ahead of Halloween 4. I think it's a much better movie than The Return of Michael Myers. Come on, guys. Don't let me down. Don't let me down, as 311 would say. Let's see here. They use the same hospital from H2 in Halloween 3. Oh, shit. JLC uncredited cameo. Yeah, she does the voiceover. Yeah. Leanna, love H2O, top notch. Yes, Leanna, I know it's a personally close story to Miss Leanna Beverage. And yeah, I mean, how cool is it that they take place on the same night? You know, Halloween going right into Halloween 2. It's just one of those things that you wish you would see more of in film, or at least I wish I would see more of in film. It's a really cool idea. You know, to do something that truly is episodic is pretty epic. Dick Warlock greater than Warlock Dick. H2 is great, but there's a few movies I have ahead of it. I think that's fair, Ashton, because speaking of dragging, I think there are moments in Halloween 2 that do drag a little bit. Yeah. Michael's robotic isolated movements from H1 improve in H2. It's so creepy. Yeah, I think in the hospital, he's like super robotic. All the stuff at the beginning, like the Elrod house and going over to where Alice is at, or, you know, Alice's house. Like, I love all that stuff so much. Like, there's, you know, you guys know me, seeing Michael in the background, you know, Mr. Elrod, Mrs. Elrod, and then Michael like catching the news about his handiwork. Those are the images and the shots from a Halloween movie that just like really get me going. And this movie's got that in the beginning. It's got it throughout. When I can't remember the nurse's name, I'm so bad with the nurse's names in this one. I don't know why. The nurse that goes and finds Dr. Mixter dead in his chair in his office, and then she gets the syringe of air pumped into her head. Which nurse is that, guys? Because that moment there, when Michael walks in from the shadows behind her, and there's that eerie, like, yellowish green kind of lighting. I think it's from the aquarium or something like that. There's just one of the lights in Dr. Mixter's office. And there is a little bit of that reflection of the water that you're seeing through the light. The look that they have for Michael there. A lot of the times in the movie, Dick Warlock's Michael does look different than Nick Castle. We all know that it's the same mask, but it sits differently on his head because he has a different shaped head. However, in that shot, that is a very Nick Castle looking shape right there. Not only coming in from the shadows, which I love, but also like the little head tilt, and it just starts to look, I don't know, there's an uncanny valley moment there with the mask that really, really works for me. So yeah, I'm a big Halloween 2 fan. It had a huge impact on me as a child, and it is ranked top 3. It is number 3 in your guys' ranking. It is up there in The Blackest Eyes, The Devil's Eyes. 16 votes. 8 of those votes are for The Blackest Eyes, Devil's Eyes. 5 of them for You Can't Kill the Boogeyman, and 3 votes for See Anything You Like. But no votes in the bottom 2 categories, and there is our ranking, folks. Halloween from 78 to 2022 is what we're looking at here in our top category. The Blackest Eyes, The Devil's Eyes. We've got Halloween from 1978, Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers, Halloween 2 from 81, and Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. Now moving down to You Can't Kill the Boogeyman. 38% of the franchise is there. We've got Halloween 2018, Halloween Ends, H2O, Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers, and Halloween Kills. So big time Halloween fans here in the chat tonight. And, this is why I love you guys so much, because we've got 9 of the movies in the franchise are listed in the top 2 categories. So a whole bunch of Halloween love. In the 3rd category, See Anything You Like, we've got The Lone Wolf, Halloween 2 from 2009, the Rob Zombie Halloween 2, or RZH2 as I call it sometimes, a movie that I really enjoy. And thank goodness it is not dropped down into the lowest or the lowest of the low, but just 8% of the franchise in there for See Anything You Like with Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. And then down in the second to last category, Hell Would Not Have Him, we've got Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers, and Rob Zombie's Halloween from 2007, representing 15% of the franchise. And then at the very bottom of the barrel, we are scraping. We're like fucking Uncle Charles from Jason Takes Manhattan. We gotta like dive into this barrel and scrape at the bottom and pull out Busta Rhymes and friggin' Tyra Banks and the guy that was in American Pie, and the chick that was in Battlestar Galactica that looks like Brittany Murphy, and we got to pull them all out. And guess who's pulling them out? It's Rick Rosenthal, and it's Halloween Resurrection, representing 8% of the franchise. And in the lowest category, Stop It, Stop It, Stop It! There you go. That is the Halloween franchise ranked by you, the people. How about it? Did you guys have fun? Did you have fun? I had fun. Here we are at 2 hours, 10 minutes. It just went by like a friggin' breeze. I've got one more poll for you guys. This one's a fun one, which is which movie landed in the wrong tier. So let's see what you guys think. Oh, there we go. Oh, come on. Come on, computer. Hello, computer. Let's see. Which one landed in the wrong tier? Okay, so I'm going to wing it on this one. Halloween. I'm going to do Rob Zombie's Halloween from 2007. Okay. I'm going to do H4, Return of Michael Myers. I'm going to do H2O. How about that? And then what's the other one? What's the other one we should do here from that list that we've got? Fuck it. Let's do Halloween 5. All right. That's the last poll of the night for you guys. Which movie landed in the wrong tier? Halloween from 07, H4, The Return of Michael Myers, H2O, or Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers? And oh my gosh, my voice is so tired. I'm sure you guys can tell. Is it him or not? Yeah, you got Deputy Hicks from Jaws and Jaws 2 as the coroner in Halloween 2. Janet. Okay. Thank you so much. I don't know why there's like Karen, Janet. What are the other nurses' names? I have no idea. I've got like name blindness with those characters. But yeah, what a friggin' kill, Nurse Janet. Yeah. Favorite scene. It's totally worthy of being a favorite scene. Absolutely, Brooke. H2 is good. I wouldn't say great. Top 3 soundtrack and mask. And okay, Michael. Spooky hospital setting, but it's rarely utilized effectively. Trash family angle. Sam Hain connection is okay, but wasn't needed. Yeah. Let's see what else you guys got here. The firewalk stunt at the end is great. Yes. How about the use of Mr. Sandman by the Chordettes? That brought that song into the franchise. I love that track. Always been a big fan of that song and love having it here in Halloween 2. Supra has entered the chat. What's happening? Supra says, I watched Halloween in 1978. You lucky so-and-so. Yeah, that is incredible. I can only imagine how amazing that must have been. What was it like? Tell us, enlighten us, and give us your stories. Let us pass them down through the pantheon of time. I'm pretty sure John Carpenter originally wanted H2 to be Ernest Goes to Haddonfield. Man, that would be wild. Like, Loomis is trying to take out Michael, but Ernest keeps on like bumbling his way through and messing everything up. Kind of like Ernest Saves Christmas, but instead of Santa, it's Loomis, and then Michael's there as well. How about that? God, I love Ernest Saves Christmas so much. Oh my God. Goes to camp, like when he sings to his turtle, like I have to run to the bathroom and just bawl my eyes out. Yeah, thank you so much to everyone that participated. And holy cow, close to 50 likes. Guys, if you are hanging out and you haven't hit that like button, 50 is a huge number for this little channel. We're just I'm just a little guy here, you know, and it's you guys that really make the channel what it is. Yeah, we're at 46 likes, so we are super close to reaching that 50 like mark. It just helps the channel be seen, you know. It helps out with visibility. Click the subscribe button as well if you haven't done that, and share the channel on your socials, or maybe just with somebody that you think would dig what we do here. We have a lot of fun. We go live quite a bit, and I'm a pretty nice guy. Sure. Okay. Tonight I said some mean things about H4. Okay. I'm sorry. Dez, hopefully I can make it up to you. I'll buy you a slice. Hopefully you don't think I'm a jerk forever. But yeah, it's we have a friggin' blast here. The people in the community are great. I guess at this point, maybe I'll just go right on back over here. There we go. RZH2 is a little underrated. I love it, but it's an okay movie too. Yeah, I really like Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. I think Halloween 2007 by Rob Zombie should be in the second tier, but I'm glad it didn't make it to the bottom two. There you go. Fair enough. Thank you so much for kicking it with us, Super Tenor. Really appreciate your channel membership and all that. Really appreciate the engagement over on the Discord as well. Super Tenor is popping over on the Discord. Have a great rest of your night, man. We'll see you next time around. Yeah, you guys have been amazing. I do want to be on Dangertainment. Yeah. Devrick, that is great to hear. I think that's one of the really cool things about this community is people show up here and they realize it's fun, it's interactive, it's engaging, Like, you are a part of this community, and you are an active part of the community. It's really, really fun. And I swear, like, I'm okay. All of these people are awesome. So if you're not coming back for me, at least come back for these fine folks there. And yeah, man, welcome on into the community. One of us, Google gobble. Halloween ends is dog shit, says Teal Kit. It should be bottom tier, the worst one. Oh, don't make me cry. Don't make me cry. On my birthday? I'm just joking. It's not my birthday. My birthday's in May. I'm just fucking with you. Have a great rest of your night, Ashton. I can't wait to rip on more movies you love, but at least we love Rob Zombie's Halloween too. You are so welcome, Brooke. You are amazing. Thank you so much. Yes, guys, this is a great time to say thank you to all the Patreon members, the YouTube channel members. You guys are incredible. The way you support the channel is, it's difficult to put into words what it does for the channel. It means the world to me. And to our awesome group of Death Squad mods, you guys have had some relatively easy work lately. Thank good. I should knock on wood there. There you go. I did a little light knock on the wood. But love the mods, and just all of you guys. Love all of you guys. You know, if you're not a Patreon member, not a YouTube channel member, whatever, you know, hitting that sub button, liking the streams, hanging out, being a part of the community, it is massive. I had when I started this channel 2 years ago, you know, of course, you got your crazy pipe dreams and everything. One thing I didn't really foresee was actually like getting to know a group of awesome people. And that is something that is, you know, irreplaceable, especially with all the crazy stuff that's happened in my personal life the last year. You guys have been awesome. So really do appreciate each and every one of you so very much. That's going to wrap it up for this little episode of Late Night with the Davey. Episode 63. How about it? I'm going to close out that last poll at 20 votes. Let's see what we got there. We've got... Oh, come on, YouTube. Don't make me reload the whole friggin' stream. So 21 votes, and Halloween from 2007 wins the poll with 38%. Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers, in second place at 24%. Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers, tied for second place with 24%. And H2O coming in last with 14% of 21 votes. Thank you so much to everyone that participated in all the YouTube polls, participating in the live Tiermaker ranking. That was a hell of a lot of fun. We're going to do another one next Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern. We're going to rank the Scream franchise. And then, guys, from there, we can keep this train rolling on these live Tiermaker rankings. But let me know in the live chat, or if you're watching this after the fact, jump on into the comments. Let me know the franchise that you want to see ranked here on the channel, and we will get it all set up. You all are so beautiful. I'll be back tomorrow night for Hit the Bricks Live with Drum Dums and Nick from the Lost River Drive-In. That's going to be 9 p.m. Eastern. And then on Friday night, 10 p.m. Eastern, I'll be back on the channel. We're going to be hosting a watch party of A Nightmare on Elm Street from 1984. I'm so pumped. I can't wait to spend the next couple of nights with you guys. You all are incredible. Thank you so much for hanging out. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and share the channel with everyone. Share the channel with everyone. You all are the absolute best. I love you guys so very much, and I love you even more now that we got 50 likes. How about that? Thanks for making that happen, Leanna. Just another amazing benefit of having just kick-ass fucking mods here on the channel. So thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in and hanging out. You guys are awesome. This is the longest goodbye ever. The longest goodbye. I'll see you guys next time around, but you know how it rolls here. Until next time, I've been and will continue being Davey Deathray. Take care.